Thanks for joining us again for so much fun. Let's get started with the 4-H pledge.
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Today, Miss Toy is going to be teaching you how to do a hemming stitch.
Hello, I'm Toy Degree, the Family and Consumer Education Agent with Rowan County Cooperative Extension, and I am back with so much fun and to teach you yet another stitch. Today we'll be working on the hemming stitch, and the hemming stitch is used to sew hems in dresses and in skirts. You can also use a hemming stitch when you are trying to put a hem back in your trousers as well. This is a very functional stitch and one that you'll use over and over once you've mastered it. So let's get started with what we're going to need. Of course, we're going to need one sample with a clean finish, as we always do. We're going to need our needle and thread. Remember, we have a long and a short tail, and of course, our thimble. With this one, we're going to be going from right to left, and we are going to start our seam, or our stitch I should say, just underneath the fold so that we can hide the knot from the thread. And then we're going to be taking little small stitches from the flat side and go up into the fold. Our stitches will run right along here, and we will sew along, well, of course, along the whole piece of fabric. End it with a knot and press it, and then we're done. So give me a second to get ready, and I'll be back with your hemming stitch, and we'll get started. So we are ready to make our hemming stitch. Few things to remember before we get started. This is going to be our right side of our fabric, so these will be the side, or this will be the side that you will be able to see your stitches. So we want to be sure that they are consistent and that they are neat. This will be the inside where our stitches will run along this fold line. Remember, as always, consistency as much as you can in size, in distance, and to keep your stitches neat and clean. So we are going to start underneath our fold, which is why I did two folds, because I knew that there would be a time when I would have to come underneath there. So with my thimble on, my needle and my thread, I am simply going to enter underneath this fold to get the stitches started. And this is so that you will not be able to see the knot. Push through with the thimble, pull through, grab tail. We begin. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a little bit up from the flat up through the fold to make the stitch. These will need to be right on that hem line to be sure that it is secure. So that means they're going to have to be nice stitches that will be small and that will be secure so that we can hold that stitch. Because if you know anything about young ladies, if you've ever had a skirt on, or young men, if you catch it on something, you catch it just right, it'll pull one stitch, it'll pull that seam right out. So we want to have them kind of tight together. So let's go. So we're going to go in to this part, up through the fold, push through with our thimble, pull all the way through, catch the tail, and we have a nice stitch. Very small, but a nice stitch all the same. So then we're going to continue all the way along the piece of fabric. So there are going to be a lot of stitches, so a lot of practice for you on this particular stitch. So let's continue. Again, down into the fabric, and I'm going to start making mine a little bit bigger so that I can get through this. Down to the fabric, up through the fold, push through with thimble, and pull out, and next stitch. So they're a little bit further apart. So I'm going to start trying to make them a little bit wider, and so I can get across this and and not taking so long. So again, down, taking just a little bit up through the fold, push through with the thimble, pulling all the way through, and we have another stitch. And I think that one got caught on the other one before. So we're just going to keep going. Push through. Okay. Same thing here. Just a little bit wider so that I can get finished and get through this. But you still see that they are falling right on that fold. They kind of resemble a whip stitch in a way, but their purpose is a little bit different. So yours are going to, keep in mind, yours are going to be tighter, closer to that fabric edge or to that seam, but the purpose is to hold them in place. There is an example of the stitch in this PowerPoint, and so you will be able to see how they look. But I just want to show you how to do the stitch. As you get through, see how I'm holding my needle, how I'm holding my fabric so that you can work with it. We're getting through this. And as we get to the end, we're going to finish it off as we always do with a knot. You can press it and then you're done. And as you see, this is just it looks like the whip, but it's just a little bit different in the technique. And remember that you can make your stitches wide or as close or tight together by the angle of your stitch, as well as how wide you make it. So I think we can probably get one more stitch in this. Okay, and I think we probably can get one more. As we get to the end, remember that we are going to finish it off with a knot. I'm about to lose my needle. Keep in mind, as you get closer to the end, you run that risk of that happening. So keep an eye on the length of your thread. So we're going to go back through that knot, that last hole again. Come back through. There's your loop again. Come back through, pick up your loop, go through the loop, pull it, and there you have your knot. Your hemming stitch. Mine's a little bit bigger, yours will be a little bit finer, closer together, but that is how you do a hemming stitch. I hope you had so much fun. I'll see you next time.